What's up, y'all? Do y'all tell people when you want to do stuff? It's kind of hard for me to do that. I don't really know why entirely, but part of that is because, you don't really get support from a lot of people. You just kind of get, like when I started doing YouTube, I wanted to be a YouTuber for a while. If you've watched for any amount of time, you probably know that. And I actively started to try being a YouTuber in 2023. So I'd record stuff, I'd do stuff, I'd be working hours and hours just for a video to never get made. And through those times, there would be moments where people would be like, oh, hey, like, what you doing? What are you doing? What have you been working on? What's new in your life? And I'd always be hesitant to tell people like, oh, I'm working on YouTube, you know what I mean? Like, or I'm trying to get this mic set up. I'm trying to get this editing software bought. I'm trying to get whatever. And when I did, most of the time, it was never support. It was just like, like I didn't expect people to be like, oh my gosh, bro, that's amazing. Like this is gonna be great. You're gonna be the best YouTuber ever. Let me subscribe on 3 different accounts, make a new Gmail, subscribe day. On average, the best response I could expect was like, oh yeah, you are pretty funny, huh? All right. Support looks different for different people, right? I don't really think that that's a aspect here. But I think that no matter what, support should always be felt. You know what I mean? So let's start this for an example, right? Break it down kind of easier. Let's say you want to be a mechanic. You want to have your own shop and work on cars, right? So you decide to go tell your friends. What? You're saying your 2025 car burns a quart of oil every 1,000 miles? Well, yeah, man. When you really think about it, it's a feature. I don't ever have to drain the oil. I just have to switch out the filter every couple 1,000 miles and, there you go. Hey, you talking about your car oil? Man, I can change that. Like you remember the business I wanted to start? I wanted to try that. Oh. Yeah, man, that's great. You've got it. You're smart. I think you can do this. Let me know if you need any help with anything. Oh, yeah, man. You fix plenty of cars. I guess it makes sense that you would want to be a mechanic. Seems like you could do it. 2 different answers, right? And they sound relatively the same. But the difference is, at least I hope I got across, with option 1, that friend definitely seemed like he was confident in your ability and wanted to vocalize the support of that. Friend 2 was just like, well, okay, it seems logical. Great. You know what I mean? To tie that back to my whole YouTube thing, I know a couple people who will religiously watch my content. Like, they are my evergreen fans, I guess you would call them. And I hate calling them my fans because I know them in person, but I'm just trying to use the term that I've learned. To give you the best example, one of those is my grandmother. Yes, no, she just watches everything. It doesn't matter, whatever. And she kind of had to pry that out of me because she wanted to support me. That was her thing. She wanted to make sure that I knew that she was going to support me no matter what. She wanted me to know that she was full force behind this dream of mine, which is awesome. And then there's people that you tell who don't disparage you or anything like that, but just kind of say all right, man, cool. Which, once again, and that's no shade or anything to those people. I don't really mind that. I'm not upset at it at all. But it was just a thought that came to my mind, and I kind of wanted to be well, how am I supporting other people? And I kind of urge you to think about that too. It's important. The support that I get from the people that support me is what pushes me to do most of what I do. In my anniversary video, I vocalize that. A lot of the time, comments are what pushes me through. I had a really, really low moment last week. A low moment in terms of motivation. I'm not sad or anything, but just I was very, very much struggling to find the motivation to truly believe that I would succeed in this YouTube thing. It happens randomly, there's highs and lows, but the discipline is what pushes you through that. regardless of that fact, I got a random comment on a video that I had posted a while ago, and it was just so nice. It was vocalization of support. That instantly like flipped the switch in my brain, like, oh yeah, you got this, bruh. Like who's to say that I can't succeed? Who's to say that I won't be the next big thing, whatever? Not that I want to be that, but you see what I mean. Support means a lot. It changes a lot for a lot of people. And if you can do that for the people in your life, why wouldn't you? At least me. I can think of plenty of times in my life where I've been supported and haven't been supported. I remember for a long time I wanted to be a firefighter. I had this summer program where I'd stay on a college campus for 2 months and I'd pretend I was a college student, like cosplaying a college student, still taking like high school algebra and stuff like that, but on college campus. A lot of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Whenever it reached the evening, it would be time to go look at different careers. We went to the police academy, and you know, I'm a brother. This was in the middle of a BLM surge, so I wasn't necessarily ecstatic, but they had a black cop talking to us, and I was like, yeah, bros, chill. You know, I'm not a generalizer of anybody, so I was just whatever. But then there was a black firefighter who came and talked to me, and boy, oh boy, did I think he was the coolest. I felt like I was looking at Prime All Might. He then showed us a video of the test you had to take. Firefighters, bro, oh my gosh, are some of the most insane human beings I'll ever meet. Like, a firefighter deserves a huge amount of fear and respect at the same time. And that's not what made me want to be a firefighter, but the fact that I literally just got paid for helping people. Like, in my mind, it was as simple as that. But I remember telling people that, and the most I would get was like, oh, a firefighter's a really good job. Like, you know, being a firefighter is great. They help people, they get paid well. That's a good choice. But I never got like a, oh yeah, you got this. Like, you can be a firefighter, if that makes sense. I hope I'm getting that across in this video. That's kind of what this is ending up boiling down to. I just turned on the mic and just started talking. I don't know what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, I remember going on a ride home one time with my dad and mom, both the biological ones, which never happens. They're like never in the same space. And it was terrible. Mother, father, I think it would be really cool if I could be a firefighter. Well, you know, firefighters don't get to eat donuts. Yeah, firefighters spend a lot of time working out. Firefighters don't really get to play the game as long as they want to. Firefighters don't get to sleep in as late as they like. Firefighters can't go see their little brothers whenever they want to. Firefighters rarely get to indulge in promised land chocolate. You get the picture, right? They were never once saying the thing like, oh, you can't be a firefighter. But does that sound like support to you? I sure hope not. If it does, I can't help you, bruh. All this really boils down to is just like, okay, am I supporting the people around me? Am I being supportive of like people's goals actively? Because like with the YouTube, like with a lot of the things in life, there's people who are probably thinking they're supporting me, but have like not at all vocalized it. I've probably told in my real life, probably at most 30, but I'd say probably more so around 20 people that I'm a YouTuber. I'd say all 30 of them would tell you, oh yeah, I support him like all the way. But I would not have got that from any of them. As a matter of fact, someone who apologized later told me like, oh, being a YouTuber is really hard. Like, succeeding in YouTube is like very unlikely. As when I told them like I'm gonna be uploading videos. That's a crazy thing to say. Now they apologized later because they were like sleep deprived, I'm pretty sure, and they just kind of said what first came to mind. But it's like, you know what I mean? That's not support. But they had supportive intentions, if you understand what I mean. That ties to a bigger thing of like your intentions not really matching your actions. But I mean, I'll just probably yap more about that in a different video. But just to convey this to you guys, I think that we should try as just people to be more actively supportive of the hopes and dreams of the people around us. I myself try to vocalize positive emotions a lot. I try my hardest to make sure that people know that they're important to me, that I love them, and all kinds of stuff, you know, all that cringe stuff. Sorry, Wendy's Baconator burp. That would be intense, bruh. The world is very cruel on its own, like already. The world can be very mean, it can be very hurtful. So there's never a time where we need to add more of that. We need to be aware of how we're supporting people. Some of the strongest support I've gotten for YouTube is just from random people. I've like had people in real life and online be like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? And then when I say no or I want to, they'll always be like, well, go for it. Like, you know, you. Like, they're not talking like, oh, well, anybody can be a YouTuber. They'll be like, no, you can be a YouTuber. And that always shakes me, like, to my core. Like, dang, why am I not a YouTuber already? And while money is incredibly tight right now, I won't lie. If you've been keeping up with my videos, you know how bad it's getting. I don't really care about that. That's not why I did this. If I had to do this for the rest of my life with like no money involved, I'd do it. Now, obviously, the goal is to be able to sustain myself off that and maybe support my little brothers who rely on me. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I got a whole college degree. I'll be able to make some shake. But yeah, no, money is not a factor in this to me. I do this because I love it. And those people saying those things like, no, you can be a YouTuber, all that stuff, that means a lot. That pushes me through. That gets me through the days of like on Saturday that just passed, when I was literally woke up in the morning, called somebody for a little bit, and then got to work. Just started editing. Literally from as like 9 in the morning to 11 p.m. Literally just editing all day. It's just a weird thing that happens. I know it's not a common thing, but those days I'll sit there and be like, dang, I want to take a break. And then I'll be like, nah, man, like, you can do this. You can do this. That pushes me through a lot. Just those words, like, you can do this. And thinking of the kindness that other people have shown me. Think about how much more good in the world there'd be if anytime someone in your life came to you with a positive idea that you thought they could do, you actively supported them. I'm not talking about dropping no money for the homeboy who wants to start a business. I'm not talking about dedicating time and labor to somebody who wants to start building something from the ground up, but I mean just actively showing support. Like, hey, you got this. Like, you can do it. You can do it. I know I keep specifying that, but I think that's a big thing for support. Not anybody can do it. I'm saying you can do it. That really helps. I don't know. I've been stuttering and fumbling a lot. Recording's gotten to 20 minutes. So I don't really know for sure if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. This is the first ever video I made like this. But yeah, it's definitely a thing to sit and think on. There's no takeaway. I'm not your mom. I'm not your teacher. But I do want you to just at least think about, like, oh, am I supporting people? You know what I mean? It's a good thing to do. Anyways, you're loved. Stay goated. Please take care of yourself and remember that you matter. See you later. Yeah, kind of a deviation from my normal content. I don't know how long this is going to be around, but I think it's a good way to kind of connect more with you guys. Practice vocalizing my thoughts, so being more in touch with my emotions, and then just being able to eloquently explain myself. And also just make sure that videos get up more consistently. It's already Monday right now, and I've only got System Shock 2 recorded. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. I always overestimate how much I can edit because I'm so used to only editing 3 videos a week, or having all the time in the world to edit 7 videos a week. But hey, whatever. You know, I was just thinking about it. I was kind of inspired by this other YouTuber, what I really like. And wait, hold on a second.